what possible impact when the coolant leak into the engine? Coolant leaks might not seem like a big deal, but it could create a hazardous situation for your car's engine. Without a proper amount of antifreeze, your engine could overheat or freeze in winter months. Because it plays such a critical role in how well your engine runs, coolant should be checked regularly. That is especially true for older cars, which may not operate as efficiently as newer models. The most obvious coolant leak symptoms is visible fluid on the floor of your garage or wherever you park your car. Since it's not the only fluid that can leak from your engine, it's important to know what to look for to determine what type of fluid it is. Coolant is usually going to be bright green, orange, or pink, and it might have a sweet smell. If you realize you have a coolant leak, always clean it up quickly as it is extremely toxic to both people and pets. Another way you might notice that you have a coolant leak is by watching your temperature gauge. Although some fluctuation in the temperature gauge is normal, a rapid or significant change in temperature is usually a sign that there's a problem that you should look into before it causes damage. To see if your engine has a coolant leak, check the coolant level in the expansion tank and fill it. Monitor the level to find out you're losing fluids. So these are three types of coolants are routinely used to service vehicles' cooling system. Inorganic acid technology coolant is the conventional coolant that was used on older vehicles for many years. This type of coolant needs to be changed more frequently because it tends to lose its qualities faster. This coolant can come in either a green or yellow color. Organic acid technology coolant. There are several brands of organic acid technology coolant. They are available in several different colors, ranging from dark green and orange to pink and blue. Hybrid organic acid technology coolant is a hybrid of EAT and OET coolants, or HOAT is a popular coolant used in a majority of new vehicles. Always refer to the manufacturer's specification is the owner manual of your vehicle to verify what type of coolant your vehicle requires. Choosing the wrong product can result in poor performance or engine failure. So there's some common causes of coolant leaks and their symptoms. Number one, there's a hole in the radiator. All of your car engine parts have to endure a lot of wear and extreme temperatures, and it takes a toll in different ways. Corrosion within the radiator is one of the leading reasons that coolant leaks. As the tubes get older and weaker, you may get sediment or debris inside that causes a leak. The sealing gasket between the tank and the radiator can also wear out, and that could lead to a leak. The hoses connected to the radiator can also be a culprit as they get older. Your hoses are going to get hard and brittle, which means they won't seal as well. The places where they connect to the radiator, water pump, and heater core all become vulnerable to leaks as a result. Number two, you have a leaky radiator cap. The radiator cap may be small, but it has a big job. The radiator is extremely pressurized, and the cap is responsible for creating a tight seal that keeps the cooling system at the right pressure. However, with time, its seal can deteriorate or the spring might start to wear out, which can allow coolant to escape. Number three, your head gasket is blown. Your car's head gasket plays a huge role in how well your engine performs. When a head gasket blows, you might not know it if for quite some time. You could drive for several miles before you begin to notice problem. The head gasket has to manage a wide range of temperature as well as encounter both extremely high and very low pressure in the engine. It is between the cylinder head and the engine block, and when it develops a leak, it is referred to as blown. When that happens, it can no longer keep the engine oil and coolant separate, which is extremely dangerous and can lead to engine failure. It can also allow coolant to leak outside of the engine. As the coolant level drops, so does your car ability to cool down. Number four, your water pump has failed. The water pump plays a critical role in ensuring that coolant is being circulated throughout the cooling system. It is usually driven by a belt and is located on the lower part of the engine near the drive belts. It connects to the lower hose of the radiator, but sometimes the hose connection can become loose or it might corrode. It may also suffer some sort of external damage that can cause in a spring leak. Number 5. You have a problem with your expansion tank. To help supply coolant to your radiator, cars have an expansion tank which is the plastic container beside the engine. It is usually connected to the radiator by a rubber hose and feeds or receivers coolant to and from the radiator as the engine heats up or cools down. With the time and exposure to temperature changes, that plastic can weaken and so can the parts attached to it. The container might crack or the cap can leak, which leads coolant escape, or it might be that the hose running to the radiator deteriorates and that leads to loose connection that lead flow leaks. To resolve the case, number 1. Raise and support the car securely. You will need to get underneath the car a few times to do things like a drink coolant, remove exhaust components, and possibly remove a few accessories. The first part of the job will include removing everything from the cylinder heads. This will include disconnecting and absolutely removing the battery, draining the coolant, removing engine bulk accessories, and removing the intake and exhaust manifold. During the step, make sure to label all hoses and electrical connection and put bolts and nuts for components in individual labeled baggies. It can also be a good idea to keep a notebook of hints to help you put things back together. Number 3. Once you've got things stripped down to just the engine, it's time to remove the bulb, covers, and timing cover so you can remove the timing chain or timing belt. Make sure you fully understand that timing position to make sure you don't damage the piston or the bulbs during the process. Number 4. Remove the cylinder head by removing all the head bolts and carefully lifting the head off of the engine block, being careful not to damage either surface. While we got the head off, it's a good idea to send it off to machine shop to be inspected to make sure it's ready to be installed. Number 5. Now it's time to put everything back together. It's important to understand the head bolt turning procedure and to find out of the head bolts and torque to yield bolts that needs to be replaced. Or if you can reuse your old bolts, one of the heads are properly installed, you simply reverse your disassemble procedure, being careful that the cam and crank timing is set correctly and all new gaskets are used. Thank you.